Every second, thousands, millions of cryptocurrency transactions are made. Transactions are sent, they are received, they are recorded, they are verified. But then the interesting thing is there's no giant computer anywhere that is actually doing all of this work. There's no specific company somewhere that is actually doing all of this work, is actually verifying these transactions, is actually recording these transactions. Instead, group of computer comes together. When they come together, they work together, they broadcast information together, they come to one agreement, they verify transactions. And once these transactions are verified, they are added to a blockchain network. This a group of computer, we call them nodes. Hello everyone, you are welcome once more to the MDB Crypto Academy. Here we make understanding cryptocurrency very easy for everyone. In today's lesson, we are going to be discussing about blockchain node. What is a blockchain node? A blockchain node simply is any computer or a device that is connected to a blockchain network. Any computer that is connected to a blockchain network. So instead of one giant computer coming verifying and validating transactions, keeping record of this transaction, a group of interconnected computers come together, and this computer they work together. When a transaction is initiated, one computer send information, broadcast this information to thousands others. Thousands of these other computers they start verifying to make sure the sender is actually in possession of the amount of cryptocurrency he wants to send. Has he spent these cryptocurrencies before? And did he sign the sending approval? Are these transactions valid? So every computer starts working. So think of blockchain nodes like a workers, global workers working on a global network, with everyone playing a vital role to maintain that global network. Everyone is there to maintain that, to work and make sure that network keeps on running. Verify transactions, validate these transactions, and keep a copy of these transactions. So at the end of the day, each transaction is broadcast to thousands of computers, and this computer they verify these transactions. They keep copies of these transactions, and this transaction is added to the blockchain network. So we have many different types of nodes, and we are going to be discussing on the different type of blockchain nodes. The full node. The first type of blockchain node is the full node. In the full node is a computer that keeps copy of the entire blockchain. In the full node, a copy of the entire blockchain is kept, starting from the first block. The first block we call the Genesis block. So what actually happens to the full node is the computer simply doesn't trust other computers that are validating transactions. So its function is to validate and make sure that these transactions that are being approved by other computers are actually valid. The transactions are actually valid. The individuals sending and receiving this cryptocurrency actually have this cryptocurrency they are sending. All the agreements were signed to make sure these transactions were valid. So the full node is like a central control of of other computers. It simply doesn't trust other computers. When they validate computers, then they validate transactions. Those transactions are sent to the full node, and the full node revalidate these transactions, reevaluate these transactions to make sure these transactions are transparent. This is to avoid fraudulent activity. This is to avoid, to make sure maybe a group of computer comes together and agree that they should approve a certain transaction. So the full node's function is to monitor and to make sure that every transaction approved is valid, and transparency should be maintained on the blockchain. It monitors, it stores the entire blockchain from the Genesis block to the the newly created block. So every blockchain has what we call a full node. And on this full node, they monitor the transactions validated by other computers that are connected to this blockchain network. This makes blockchain to be very transparent, makes blockchain to be very secured. The light node, we also have what we call the light node. Unlike the full node that downloads the entire information of the blockchain and stores it and keeps the entire information of the blockchain, the light node doesn't perform the same function. What the light node does is it download just part of a blockchain and verify it. The light node are commonly used in crypto wallets, in maintaining crypto wallets. Yeah, they download part of it. If they want, there's a correction that needed to be done on the light, the light node. The full node comes in to verify and correct those errors. So light node is not, it does not download the entire blockchain node. It does not download the entire blockchain blocks. It downloads just part of it. It verifies it and maintains it. Yeah. And the last form of node is the validators. Like we spoke about validators. Validators are a group of people that come together. They stake their cryptocurrency, what we call proof of stake. They work through what we call a proof of stake. So validators stake their cryptocurrency. A validator is chosen based on the amount of cryptocurrency staked. They are given power based on the amount of cryptocurrency staked. When this validator is selected, the validator becomes the next person to add a block to the blockchain network. So validators also play a vital role as a node provider because they verify these transactions as well. Now, when they verify these transactions, they validate these transactions, the blocks are added. And if a validator is chosen, that validator is rewarded because they have staked part of their cryptocurrencies before they could be selected to be validators. This makes blockchain also very transparent when it comes to proof of stake and validators. Why are nodes considered very important? Nodes are, regardless of the type of node, either full node, light node, validators, every node is very important because they validate transactions. They make sure transactions are transparent. They save information. They maintain the blockchain. They are there to maintain the blockchain and make sure the blockchain runs smoothly. Without nodes, the blockchain wouldn't be functioning because blocks will not be added on the blockchain network. No one is there to validate transactions, given the fact that the blockchain is completely decentralized. There are no banks, there is no government, there is no central control to actually validate this transaction. Its functionality base is focused on this computer node that comes together to broadcast transactions, to validate, to monitor, to store, and to add blocks on the blockchain network. So without nodes, the blockchain will not be functional because nodes are actually there to maintain the functioning of the entire blockchain. They are there to keep records. They are there to avoid fraudulent activities. They are there to make sure decentralization is maintained on the blockchain network. So nodes are very important. To conclude, I think blockchain is very important. Blockchain nodes are the key factor also of the blockchain because we need them, consider them as the workers that actually manages every transaction that we execute. They keep our record safe. They don't broadcast our record. They make sure we are not scammed. They make sure there are no fraudulent activity taking place on the blockchain network. So I wish and I hope you are still enjoying yourself and you are learning. If you do, please like, subscribe, share, invite others because we are still learning. We are learning on daily basis and we will keep on lecturing and educating about the cryptocurrency so that everyone can understand the technology that powers this blockchain, these cryptocurrencies we are actually using on daily basis. In our next lesson, we are going to be talking about blockchain mining, and it's going to be an interesting topic. You are going to see how mining actually operates on the blockchain. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, you stay blessed.